Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good
Wishing
morning,
you,
ma'am.
wishing you all a
Good
lovely,
morning, ma'am.
lovely morning because I think the weather is so wonderful outside. Which season is on, by the way, here in Ghaziabad? What season is on? What is the season called? Winter, spring. What is this season called? Very simple. Geography. What season are we in here according to the Indian calendar? What is the season? Is it winters?
Monsoon.
Monsoon. Very good. Hirdia, I think that was Hirdia. Yes, Hirdia, you're very right.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
is the monsoon season on. And Hirdia, you would like to switch on your video and say a hi and, so that you can be captured live on the screen.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, I
All right, no
couldn't
problem.
because
No,
I'm using Happy.
okay, no problems. In case you want to switch on, it's okay. You do not want to, that's also not a problem. And I think I really want to give this another special thing for Mayank today because I think he was the first one to log in and I found him waiting in the waiting room. Mayank, would you like to switch on the video and say a good morning? Hello, Mayank. Could you unmute and let me know, please? I think he got locked out again. I have no idea if he's now he's locked out. I can see him in the waiting
Good morning, ma'am.
room. Good
Good
morning.
morning, ma'am.
Good morning. How are you all today? How are you feeling? Better?
Yes.
Good, good.
Yes, ma'am.
How are the others? How are others feeling? All good? Perky? Peppy?
Wonderful.
Good to know that. All right. So I think if Mayank has come in, I would like to give him that screen space. Mayank, I don't know, he's still not logged in properly. Mayank, would you like to switch on your video and say a good morning? Since you were the first one to log in to the class today, just let me know so that I will accordingly do that. Mayank, please let me know. I'm waiting to hear from you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please switch on your video then.
Ma'am, your voice is not clear.
I said switch on your video, please.
Ma'am, your voice is not coming.
All right, let me see if I can type it out for you. I said switch on your video is what I'm saying. If somebody can type it down, please, in the chat so that he can read what I'm saying. Thank you, Tanisha, for putting it down there. I've also done it. So, all right, here comes Mayank on the screen. And a very good morning and a lovely morning to you, Mayank. This is being given to you as a trophy because you were the first one in the waiting room. You were the first one to log into the class today. So you can give us your best smile. Let's see you smiling, because the screen space that's there, that when you're on the screen, it's all yours today because you were the first one to log in. Can you change your place a little bit, because light is from the back, so the face is getting a little dark. We're unable to see your lovely smile. See if you can little bit move so I can capture you in the best form possible. I don't know if you can hear me. Yeah, a little bit on the side better. Just kind of give yourself a 90-degree turn. Maybe the light will come better on your face then. I think that he is unable to actually hear me, so I do not know how will he carry on with the class with only the audio there. Anyways, thank you, Mayank. Thank you so much for being there on the screen with us. All right, all right. You can switch off now. Somebody can please chat it for him that he can switch off his video. Thank you so much. So that was something small. I just thought of doing it because somebody makes an effort. Now there are some different things I'll keep doing every day, and you can be ready. So it's not a routine that every day I would do the same, but it just could be anything. Will catch you by surprise. All right, so moving on, kind of today, I want today's session to be the last one on the proposal, and I had almost thought that I will not need this session today, but after going through the last session, I was listening to the recording, and I was trying to see all the answers that you had put down in the chat and along with me on the screen. Therefore, I thought I will need it to clarify some of your doubts which you had taken up in the chat. All right, so here it is. Let me see if I can share the word with you. I am trying to learn something. Just a second, if I don't know if I'm able to do this. It doesn't allow. Anyways, so I think I'll have to go by the share screen itself. I was thinking if it says I can share it, but let me see if I can. Oh, yes. Are you able to see this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You can see this word
Yes,
document?
ma'am.
Oh, wow.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am. I need to control myself. So they say, the teacher should be well controlled. Oh, children, finally I've made this. And I'm so happy about this. I just did it in 2 minutes, and I was just thinking if Word couldn't send mail because of some failure. Never mind, as long as I've got the word out there. And this is where, thank you, Manu. I do not know if you've joined in as yet or not. I've not looked at the attendance so far, but this is where you really inspired me, and I thought, let me get back to what I used to be in '84. So it's like going back and doing things, and this was like 2 minutes job that I just thought I'll do it. And writing a proposal, and I thought I can write some things beforehand so it saves time. Do you second that? You think that's okay? That would be good. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Yes, it matters a lot to me. When you are approving something, it does help me a lot. It does. I just get to know that I am on the right track. It's like reading the milestones, Delhi ahead. So when you tell me a yes, it helps me. Now, all the things are pretty clear. I have changed one word here. This is what I've changed.
Heading.
Yes, from heading, I have changed it to, you see the word really gives me, it doesn't click anything. Clicking place. You need to work up. old. So I think I have to, no, this doesn't look good. Maybe I will use, okay, tippy tippy top. Which color do you want? Have you ever played this game?
Black.
Black is
Black.
already there.
Black. Purple.
Purple. Okay, let's go looking. Let's go looking for more colors, and let me see if I can get a good purple. I hope no, it's not coming with purple. You taking me to a place which I have not visited for a long time. And thank you, class, because you're making me do something. It doesn't show very nice, but since whatever purple. Introduction. So this is what from heading, if you're in your registers, you can please there cut it off, and we'll be using a new word from now on, and that is introduction. All right. So title we already talked about, and introduction, you know, objectives, you know. Where I saw the problem was in the list of measures. And this is where something which I could not type out and complete because I just had those couple of minutes before I entered into your class after finishing my other one. So here, I want to be very specific and tell you, like, tell me if my audio goes bad. I'm trying to hang it around my ear. I want to make it easy for you because I found you were very creative. You were all very, very, very creative in your list of measures. But there was a problem that because of that creativity, we may not hit the bullseye, and the 4 marks can be in a little danger. So therefore, just to make it easy for you in the beginning, you know, and later you can try and be more creative on this. This is definitely very creative stuff, but I just thought of pinning it down into 4 very major things, and then you can try and be creative under those subheadings. So the subheadings would be something like this. Could you dictate what was the first one that we took up the last time?
Infrastructure.
Infrastructure.
Great. It's just that try and put in your creativity under these heads. Infrastructure. And I put a colon there, so you can go and put up your point there. Now, the second one. What was the second one?
Material resources.
Very good. But before that, I would prefer the human come before that. Actually, I wanted to take up the human resource as the first one. So I'll just
Ma'am, your voice is coming too low.
too low. Is the mic? Is it better now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So we make it as human resource. So human resources. Now, what is the third one?
Material
Material
resources.
Very good.
resources.
Very good. So I like it when others lead me. It's so wonderful. Material. This is something like a little copy paste. So maybe just save a little time. Control plus C. I'm happy. I don't know about you, but I'm happy.
Budget.
Fund.
Funds.
Yeah. So what is the fourth one?
Funds
Funds.
or budget.
All right. So this is where I think we went a little awry. Somebody is the waiting room. So let me just go at the door and quickly give them.
Ma'am, your voice is not coming.
All right. There's some children waiting at the door. So I'll just quickly take a minute to welcome them. I'll just play the doorkeeper, and I hope they're all in. All right, so the fourth one. Now, here I want to talk of another one before I take up what you said. Time. We'll have to talk about the time. Time period. Maybe you're looking at this workshop which you're planning to put up for 3 months, 1 year. You know, normally it shouldn't go beyond 1 year because a calendar year for any school is 1 year. So you should be able to finish your project in 1 year. So this would be important, and then we can take up the next one, and that could be what you just said. What was it you said? Please read me again.
Funds or budget.
As budget, budgetary. Budgetary needs. So, and under budgetary needs, like I said, you can have again a couple. Like, there again, I'll put at the door. So I do not know if I take up this and put it up for you here. All right. In the meantime, I want you to get ready with these points. We are going to work on list of measures today, specifically only on list of measures, and uh, just try if you're able to type on this. Is it being shared? Is it enabled for all of you? If you can, then it
No,
will be.
ma'am.
No, it's not. Okay, maybe
No, ma'am.
you can't at the moment. All right. Anyways, in your there's somebody writing. Somebody could do it.
Ma'am, we can write with
Try
the pen.
with a pen, but maybe you can't type it. So maybe I'll look for some other screen also where maybe you can type for today. So budgetary needs basically should be something called funds, because it will be very appreciated in your proposal if you're not asking for any increased money from the school or something, and you're able to support this whole proposal through some funds. It can be approaching certain alumni members, to donate for the cause. It could be approaching some kind of these NGOs, etc. So you'll have to think about that, but it is appreciated in a proposal if you are proposing that even funds is something you are planning to take over. But if you think in your project you still require something, then the third option can be, I wanted to put actually that three, what those arrows. I'm unable to, since I'm using it after ages, I'm unable to locate and be very fast. But what I meant here was that we are talking of budgetary needs, and where we are talking of that we are getting the funds through. Number one, I said, could be alumni. It could be alumni, and I can't put those arrows for today. It will have to be that way only. It could be alumni. Then it could be NGO. Then it could be and what was the third one I said? What was the third one? What is our third way to get the money? We could do it through putting up a small fee. We could have a small fee. There's somebody waiting at the door. So I'll just take Priya and Isha in. So this is the way you should be able to manage the funds. These are the recommended that you could approach alumni of the school, you could approach an NGO, or you could even say charge. Let me put up another word here, nominal, very nominal. It could be something like uh, 50 rupees or something which is very affordable to a child from whatever small pocket money a child may be getting. So it should not be heavy on the pocket. So this is the way. So today I want you to practice whatever is your creativity, my dear children. Now this is the point of focus for today. Let's focus today. Let's see if we can get a real good virtual image. So we are focusing on the point, the P point for today. The incident ray for today is, I hope I've got my physics right. Correct if I'm wrong. Now this is again, what, 25 years since I last studied physics in class 12. So correct me. I think that ray is called incident ray, isn't it? So let's look at look at this infrastructure and put in whatever creativity you want under this point. So you get your 1 mark right here. Now under infrastructure, you can have 2 points if you wish to. My advice is not to go more than that. You can under human resources be creative and choose 2 more points. You can have material resource and then talk about 2 points that you want to talk of, and 2 points are more than enough. You need time for many other questions in the paper. Then you can talk about the time, and then you can talk about the budgetary needs. So these are the 5 major points which ought to be there to avoid repetition. Sometimes what happens, if these 5 points are not clear, then we end up writing human resources 3 points, and the mark we get is only 1, because ultimately we were only looking at one measure, not all the 5 different. These are the 5 dimensions. I think we are told I think when I talk about sciences, we talk about 3 dimensions. We need to understand 3 dimensions. Of course, in maths, and we go on, and the plane has a number of dimensions, all that. So here we are talking about 5 dimensions. And this is what I have in after all of my research, when I have been through scripts, and I find errors and errors and errors. That's where I try and kind of find out my own methodology of teaching. That what are the thank you Manu, thank you Manu. I think Manu has come on the screen. Manu is sharing. I think Manu, is that screen or is that the word pad? Are we on Word? Manu, type out something and we'll get to know. Oh, this is wonderful. Oh, this is 4 C's. 4 C's of modern learning. He is able to type. He is able to type. And this is so wonderful, because what I focus on is 4 C's. Capital C's, 4 C's. One of them is collaborative learning, when both the ends can learn and do things together. So this has always been my dream, to have collaborative learning, and it's coming true. Thank you, COVID, because it's coming true after so many years where we all can do it together. This is so wonderful. This is like a dream I had so many years back, and today I'm able to turn it into. And the other C is when we are able to have critical thinking. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is wonderful, Manu. I'll request you to rearrange and make it a little more beautiful. I think, Manu, are you able to come on the screen? I need you on the screen. Could you switch on your video for a moment? And in the meantime, all of you start thinking of the points under these 5 major measures. And you need to today focus on that. Think about infrastructure and then write 2 points. Think of human resource and write down 2, 3 points. So you go like that. Yes, Manu, are you ready to come to switch on the video, please? Let me know a yes or a no. I do not want to put you at inconvenience. So in case you're ready, I would love to do that for you. So just let me know in case whatever is. All right. So Manu is not connected with a video. Oh, Manu, we're missing you. Here, let me see if you put up a pic for yourself. Manu, how do I bring his picture? He may have put up a pic. So how can I bring that? I have so much to learn. Oh my God. I'm still in class 1. I'm not even 1. I'm in nursery. In this domain, I'm in nursery. I learned so much. Oh, I still have to start. All right, I am unable to do that. So let me just. Mayank, what was that?
मैम वो गलती से हो गया.
अच्छा चलो कोई बात नहीं, that's okay. गलती नहीं है, हो
वो
गया.
मैम मैं लिख रहा था
Acha,
आपकी
you were trying to see whether
वॉइस नहीं आ
is
रहा तो
yeah.
फिर
That's okay. Experiment anything. I just wanted to know what was that like. Why? No, no, don't delete it. Just keep it. This is what we are. Let's be what we are, whatever it is. Like Karthik had said the other day. Unedited. I said raw, and he said unedited. So let's be that, and let's be proud of whatever it may be, provided it's just
Ma'am,
something
uncut.
uncut is better. I'm going to edit my classes as uncut. Manu's device is unable to connect with video, so that's okay. Manu, we are missing your screen space here, but however, this is wonderful. So this is I don't know what happened to those arrows. Maybe he's working at his end. I hope you are all ready with your answers on all these 5 points. Have you thought of 2 points each? Quick, quick. We don't have enough time. I really want to finish it on time. I'm trying to be, kind of keep time, even online classes. I don't want to extend from the allotted time, whether it's 35 or 40. I'm trying to do that best. I'm struggling at that end. Yes. If you're ready with list of measures, you can unmute and you can start talking, or you can even chat it.
Ma'am, I have a point for infrastructure.
Yes. Go on, Parth, please. I'll just put you on the video and you can share. Let me know in case you're there for the video, then I'll put you on the video and then you share. Parth is with us.
Choosing a place on bare soil which is exposed to adequate sunlight, proper aeration, and manageable drainage system to set up the compost.
Could I request you to repeat your point? Because there's something I want to talk about it. And
Choosing a place,
listen carefully. All of you listen carefully. Yes.
choosing a place on bare soil which is exposed to adequate sunlight, has proper aeration and manageable drainage system to set up the compost plant.
This was wonderful. The whole theory behind it is wonderful. The entire aim behind it is wonderful. All that is there. Only one problem that we have here is, you have to let us know what have you zeroed on. This is practical. This is not theory now. Understand list of measures. Children, this is the reason I'm taking it up here, because I found that there is a little gap there is happening, and maybe once you're clear on this purpose, you will be able to pin it down. Now, we will not go theory here. We will not talk about what we want. We're going to zero it and we say, this is what I have decided. So let me know, what is that place from the school campus that you've zeroed on, which fulfills all the criteria which you have just given. Try and modify. Who is Yogesh?
Field.
Now, Karthik is asking who is Yogesh. There's somebody Yogesh with us. It's okay, let Yogesh be there, as long as he doesn't play hanky panky. In case he plays hanky panky, then we'll see. Oh, he is in our class. All right, is it? So somebody can be there, as Sherlock Holmes, and keep an eye on who's coming in, who's going out. So we'll all have a safe place with Mr. Sherlock Holmes around. Yes, we're talking of infrastructure. Bucket and a machine. Bucket and a machine is infrastructure. Think again, Tanisha. Human resource, a science teacher.
Ma'am, material resources. I corrected.
You corrected it, actually. Maybe my end is still Maybe there can be two. You can have Mr. Watson and Mr. Sherlock Holmes. One from 12A and one from 12B, and you can pair up and play up the detective. Newcomer in class 12. We don't have new admissions in class 12. So I think I leave this to Karthik, and Karthik is playing the detective there. And one more from Arpit. If Arpit can do that from 12B, wonderful. And you can understand, have a little chat with that person and find out who that person is. I give that. So yes, Tanisha, you corrected yourself. So that's one. In 11th. Has 11th come in? Just chat with that
Ma'am, he
person.
took
Last
an
year.
admission in class 11.
Last year.
Yogesh, where is he? Yogesh. Stop. Maybe. Hello, Yogesh. Hello,
Yes,
Yogesh.
ma'am.
Are you able to hear me, child? Your
Yes, ma'am.
class, your which class, child?
I'm in 12th, ma'am, 12th B.
I see. Okay, welcome to our online sessions here, and it's such a pleasure that you could finally connect and you were able to do things. So that's okay, because it was a little new name for me. I'm so sorry. I should have known your name better. My fault. So kindly forgive me for all that I said. I'm so sorry. As a teacher, I should have known that yes, you are 12B. So welcome, child, and I hope you do forgive me.
Ma'am, no problem.
Thank you so much. Because yes, I think I'll have to look at all the names which were a little irregular earlier and now joining us. But then yes, I should know their names. Yes, are we getting into infrastructure here?
I have modified.
You have modified, yeah. Share, please. Let's hear it.
The backyard of school's garden
You did it.
as the
I don't want to hear the rest of it. You've got your marks. This is the way it happened. You told us the place. You saved the trouble of the principal from telling you that, oh my God, you want a place which is airy, which should be bare, and blah, 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 blah. Now, she would have had to employ two more people to find out, Mr. Parth wants this. Now, proposal is something in which everything is there on the paper, and the reader only has to tick it or, you know, cancel it. That no, this place can't be given because this place is already let out to somebody. It's already been given away to somebody. So that's wonderful. So we are talking of the backyard of the school. Are you all there? Are you all understanding how he modified?
Yes, ma'am.
He
Yes,
modified
ma'am.
and he got his full mark from a zero earlier. Though what he wrote was wonderful, wonderful. Look at all the theory. Now that was the theoretical part. But here it's all about practical. You're telling us this is the things needed. So list of measures, infrastructure, 1 point done. Who else is taking up another infrastructure or human resource or material, anything you wish to? Anyone? Please do try. Please face the
Ma'am,
wall.
I will take material resource.
All right. Yes, please.
Ma'am, we will need bucket, a machine which can mix the waste.
Good. You got your mark. Wonderful. How simple. Because you just talked about the material resource. It was not, it was not in Tharoor English. You understand what I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
It was not in Tharoorian English. It was not bombastic. It wasn't some very, high class words or anything. But you just got, because we don't need to be very wordy. We do not have to be very, very glamorous in our words all the time in all the skills. We may put up all that in another question. Here is what we need. Word it clearly so that you and me, the reader, understand it clear. You got your mark there. Who else is coming up and facing the next ball? See, they are not even spins. They are very simple straight balls. Come on. Who's batting? Who's at the batting edge? I've already thrown the 5 balls. None of them is a spin. Go on, Tanisha. I see your raised hand. Oh yes, and you want
Ma'am, and
to, and you want
human
to, just a second, you want to be on the screen?
Um, yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow. Great. So here you go. And then take up your point. I'm sorry, I forgot to do that earlier. Yes, Tanisha. Hello. So the screen is all yours. Put it on fire by your smile. Yes. That's
Hello,
called
ma'am.
a 220-watt smile. Great.
Ma'am, in human resource, we can have gardener, some teachers.
Now don't say some teacher. See, you're going theory. What teacher? Now the principal will say which teacher do you want? Do you want a geography teacher? You want an English teacher? You getting me? How we are trying to
Yes,
fine tune?
ma'am.
वो पिन लगाते हैं ना अपन वो बड़ी मुश्किल से लगती है पिन है ना? Have you done those practicals?
Yes, ma'am.
Probably I don't know if you've done optics in class 11 or not or earlier, or you were to do in class 12. Maybe you do. Yes. So fine tune that.
Ma'am, gardener, teachers from
Teachers में
each
कौन आएगा?
department.
What department? Be specific. Be specific. Don't make it
Ma'am,
vague.
science.
Okay, science department, done. You got your marks there, finished. See how simple it is. It's just fine tuning. Thank you so much for putting that screen on fire,
Thank
Tanisha.
you,
That was
ma'am.
so lovely to have you smiling with your lovely voice too. Thank you so much. I have another hand raised, and that's Parth. So I'll invite him on the screen.
Ma'am, I've thought for human resources.
Yes, go ahead, Parth.
I'm
You
the
know your
school
head is
gardener.
getting little cut. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the director's cut also, so I'm kind of into, kind of now into making videos, so I have to make sure that when I put you on the YouTube, you should look your best. Yes, so I think little more. Your lovely hairstyle is getting little. Yes, now you get it. Yes, this is like, you never know, somebody will look at it and call you, give you an invite to model for, some kind of a product. Yes, thank you for giving us that lovely smile. Yes, Parth.
I'm the school gardener and +2 faculty in applied science.
All right, wonderful. So it comes like that into nice two neat sentences, and you get your full 1 mark there. We are earning. Look, we are trying to earn 4 marks. As children, your earnings are your marks. See, it's the same person. I talk of values, I talk of going beyond money, isn't it? But then I also talk of very pinpointed studies. So there is a question in which we come to a very pinpointed study, and then my methodology changes. We are very focused. Then we go to question one, and that's so imaginative because that's where your imaginative skill is being taken care of. I go very imaginative. So don't think, ma'am, kabhi is tarike se, kabhi. So according to the skill needed, we have to keep, you know, that very dimension is to be projected. So we can't be all the time imaginative. There are times when we need to do a very, very hands-on. It has to be very clear cut. So that was wonderful point here coming up. I hope, Parth, you understood in your mind exactly how we need to go about it.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Who's coming next? Who wanna try? Do not worry about being, because there is nothing called wrong. Yes, there is something called wrong when it's an examination paper. But while we are in a classroom, believe me, there's nothing wrong. It's all learning. Look, I am learning along with you, typing on the word, and I'm not getting a hang of it. I'm committing mistakes. But that doesn't matter. My mistakes are mine. That's âlini too. So I don't have to only think about being the best. No, I have to accept my own mistakes and be proud of them too. So do not ever feel, नहीं हमने कुछ गलत बोल दिया तो क्या होगा, कैसे लगेगा, कुछ भी नहीं लगेगा. We are all human beings, and to err is human.